As the sun went down, I heard the hushed squeak of the sliding door. And lo and behold, standing there was...
こんばんは。昨晩の話について考えてくれましたか?
I have zero clue which way this route is going. Sanan-san. Sanan-san slowly slinked in, closing the distance between us at an uncomfortable speed. I am still wholly correct that he would have a pet snake if he could. With no way for me to call for help, I instinctively stepped back in kind. Like I said last night, I don't think... Sanan-san's response, however, was completely different to what I was expecting.
実はですね、東堂君の様子がおかしいのです。
Oh, I want to slap you across the face right now, Sanan. I really do, because I know what you're doing and I hate you for it. At this very instant, I hate you for it. Heisuke?
はい。とうとう吸血衝動が出てしまったようですね。このままではそう遠くないうちに他の羅刹のように正気をなくしてしまうでしょう。
No! Is there really nothing we can do to save Heisuke? My question, it seemed, was the window Sanan-san had been looking for, and I saw his eyes flash gleefully.
君が研究に協力してくれれば、東堂君を助けることができるかもしれません。
My blood is boiling for this man right now. What does she? Somehow, as soon as I'd ask, I knew that Sanan-san would find a way to bring it up again, but... Would his research really do anything to help save Heisuke? But... It's not for sure, right? You don't know yet if any good will come from it.
そうですね。ですが君が力を貸してくれなければ、彼は確実に狂い死にするでしょう。
Sanan-san's words gripped my heart with terror, and suddenly my stomach sank.
それとも君は東堂君がどうなっても構わないと。己の血やわずかな手間を惜しんで彼を見殺しにするつもりですか?
What? No, that's not what I said at all. As soon as I said that, Sanan-san's eyes thinned eerily.
では、協力していただけますね?
Although I struggled to give in to the idea of helping Sanan-san perform experiments with outcomes that could potentially put myself and others at risk, I had been completely taken by the fear of letting Heisuke die, simply because I was unwilling to put my well-being aside.
Yukimura-kun, 返事は?
Sanan-san, this is so cruel. This is... my god. I was left with no choice but to say... Hi. All I could muster was a timid nod in response.
ありがとうございます。君ならきっとそう言ってくれると思っていましたよ。そうだ、東堂君の件については原田君には秘密にしておいてください。
What? Why?
弟のように可愛がっている東堂君が血に狂い始めたことを知ってしまえば、仲間思いの原田君のことです。体を抜けるなどと言い出しかねませんからね。
I tried so hard to wrap my head around Sanan-san's reasoning, but Was hiding it from Harada such a good idea? I felt nauseous thinking over everything Sanan-san said.
それでは行きましょうか。雪村君、こちらへ。
Sanan-san stuck his arm out, pointing to lead me in the direction of the room where he and the other fairies resided.
おい、サナさん、いるか?
Oh, Harada. Harada barged in and his eyebrows perked in surprise seeing Sanan-san and I alone together.
千鶴、お前、サナさんと何を話してたんだ?
Oh,
落ち水のことについていろいろと聞かせてもらっていたのですよ。彼女は光道さんの娘さんですから。
何言ってやがるんだ。落ち水に関しちゃこいつなんかよりあんたの方が詳しいだろうが。
Harada has a point.
そんなことより、サナさん、あんた羅刹隊の連中が辻斬りしてたことをどうして黙ってやがった?
What? My jaw dropped, and I glanced over at Sanan-san standing right beside me. Sanan-san, however, seemed unfazed by Harada's sudden accusation.
何の話です？初耳ですが。
Oh, I know what's going on. Alright, that clicked in my head.
とぼけるんじゃねえ。さっきここに戻ってくる途中、奴らが町人を襲ってるところを見かけたんだよ。もう正気をなくしちまってたから、この俺が始末したがな。
なるほど、彼らが。申し訳ありません。気づきませんでした。もっと厳重に彼らを見張っておくべきでしたね。
それだけか。あんたほど頭の切れる人があいつらの行動に気づかなかったはずがねえと思うんだがな。
それは買いかぶりというものですよ。それでは私はこれで。
Sanan-san shot Harada a harsh glare and promptly exited the room. Harada let out a little sigh, then turned to face me.
千鶴、お前今三男さんと何を話してたんだ?
No. As I opened my mouth to report all of the things Sanan-san had said to me, I suddenly recalled Sanan-san's warning.
弟のように可愛がっている東堂君が血に狂い始めたことを知ってしまえば、仲間思いの原田君のことです。体を抜けるなどと言い出しかねませんからね。
There was a possibility that Harada could become frustrated enough to leave the Shinsengumi. If that were to happen, I may never see him again. Besides, would telling him be worth it if Harada could potentially take the news of Heisuke's condition poorly?
おい、どうした？あの人に何か言われたんじゃねえのか?
No. なんでもない。
千鶴、こっちを見て話せよ。何もなかったって顔じゃねえだろ。昼間、俺に相談していことがあるって言ってたよな。もしかしてさっきのに関係があることなのか？おい、黙ってないで何とか言えって。それとも俺なんかじゃ頼りにならねえってのか？
Ow. That hurt. That... No, it's not that. I wanted nothing more than to spill everything that happened in front of Harada, but I was afraid. Afraid of what Sanan-san had said, and afraid of what would happen if Harada were to ever leave me. Or perhaps I was afraid of misspeaking, thereby needlessly causing friction between two men who ought to have been working as a unit. Ought to have? Ought to have. Alright. I'm going to leave now.
おい
I sprinted out of the hall, fleeing from Harada out of embarrassment. Yeah, Harada saying that we don't trust him is just Ever since that day, Harada stopped speaking with me altogether. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whenever our eyes happened to meet while we were in the company of others, he would quickly avert his gaze. He also made no attempt to approach me whenever I found myself alone. I suppose I couldn't blame him, but amongst the captains, Harada was one of the only men who had shown me kindness, always showing some kind of interest in how I'd been doing. Being unable to speak with him for such a long time crushed me inside.
先輩、雪村先輩。
ごめんね、Soma. I didn't notice you there. I was just spacing out.
大丈夫ですか？もしかして体調を崩したんじゃ。
No, it's fine. Don't worry about me.
そうですか。それならいいんですけど。
Soma handed me a stack of enclosed parchments addressed to Hijikata-san. Thanks for getting this to me safely. I will be sure to hand them over to Hijikata-san.
よろしくお願いします。それじゃあ、俺はこれで。
Oh, Soma?
何ですか？
Well, if you're going to accompany Kondo-san, do you need me to join you?
いえ、俺と野村だけで手は足りてますから大丈夫ですよ。
Got it. I thought that maybe by leaving here, it would give me a chance to get away from Sanan-san, but no such opportunity ever seemed to come within grasp.
じゃあ、失礼します。皆さん方にもよろしく伝えておいてください。
Soma bowed, showing me a wide grin as he sped off from the Kama Inn. Later that evening, as I take a sippy sip, okay, this is round 3 of Sanan coming around to us. Sanan-san came looking for me once more.
こんばんは、雪村くん。先日の約束を覚えていますね。
I had been turning it over repeatedly in my head, even rehearsing what I should say when the time came. I can't bring myself to go through with it. Your research, I mean.
どういう意味です？
I mean, we don't even know if it's a sure thing that'll work. Besides, if this doesn't work, then he might even go mad enough to start killing people. Just like those 2 furies that Harada witnessed, right? With all of this in consideration, I respectfully must decline your request.
ほう。つまり我々などこのまま血に狂って死んでしまえと、そういうわけですね。
Sanan-san barked at me, causing me to tremble in the spot where I stood. What? I never said that!
言っているも同然でしょ。さすが研究を途中で放り捨てて姿を消してしまった行動さんの娘さんだけあります。我々など狂い死にしても構わないが、責任だけは負いたくないと、そういうことですよね。
I want to slap him so bad! I know why he's doing this. And I'm behind it, but... No, I didn't say any of that! But...
我々は4年もの間、君の面倒を見続けてあげたというのに。君はその恩返しをすることすら嫌がるのですか？
What Sanan-san was arguing had merit, and I reflected upon the numerous times that the Shinsengumi had looked out for me.
ああ、君がそういうつもりなら構いませんがね。いつまでもこのぬるま湯のような処遇が続くと思ったら大間違いですよ。戦えないものを置いておくほど今の新選組に余裕などないのですから。いや、戦えないどころか君はここにいるだけで鬼たちを招き寄せる疫病神のようなものだ。
Sanan-san growled at me through gnashed teeth and stormed out of the room. It was true. I was a monster too. Unlike that of a normal person, my body possessed amazing restorative and regenerative powers. This often led to the attempts of Kazuma and Shiranui to abduct me from the Shinsengumi's possession. However, in my state of vulnerability, I recalled something that Harada said to me.
誰が何と言おうと何も違わねえよ。鬼だろうが人だろうが照れりゃこうして心臓は早金を打つ。楽しけりゃ笑う、悲しけりゃ泣く。惚れた相手がいれば守りたくなる。
I mouthed the words Harada had said to me, playing them back and thinking about what they'd meant. Maybe I was starting to think that I could trust him and hopefully keep him close to me for just a little bit longer. But Harada, what should I do? The time I had to decide was dwindling.